We need to talk about Fox News. And obviously, the big thing with Fox News this week is the fact that their text messages from their hosts, Brian Kilmeade, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, to Mark Meadows, begging him to get Donald Trump to issue a statement, to get the Capitol rioters to stop, to get him out of there, do something because of the damage that this is causing to the Republican Party. Of course, they weren't concerned about these rioters wanting to kill the vice president. They weren't concerned about them stealing computers and podiums and breaking windows because property damage to them only matters when black people do it. So they didn't care about any of that. They cared about the damage it was doing to the Republican Party. And as Laura Ingraham said in her text, the damage it was doing to Trump's legacy. But at the same time, these individuals were also pushing the big lie. Up to that day, and of course even after that, pushing the big lie that the election may have been stolen. Oh no, Joe Biden's not the duly elected president of the United States. There was fishy things happening. There's funny business. There's all kinds of weird things that need to be investigated, they were telling us, none of which was true. But they pushed it. They helped stoke those people. They helped to push them over the edge. And their role in this does, in fact, need to be investigated. Because if you're going to look at the president of the United States and his big lie, which is obviously the same, but if you're going to say that that played a role in getting these people riled up, then you have to say the same thing about the Fox News hosts. I mean, that's just the way it is. You can't only focus on one person doing the bad thing when everybody else was doing it too. You have to get them all. And that is another reason why I say that this investigation at this point is too big for the January 6th committee. They do not have the tools, they do not have the resources, but most importantly, they do not have the time to do this investigation the justice that it deserves. And they don't have the time, meaning, one, they also have other legislative duties to do. But two, after next year's midterms, if Republicans take over, and I'm going to keep warning you about this, that committee is gone. They will get rid of it and disband it. The Republicans will if they take over. A grand jury needs to have this material. A grand jury with special prosecutor needs to be working on this right now. That's what needs to happen. And it's an absolute failure of Merrick Garland that it hasn't happened yet. But more importantly, again, the role that these Fox News hosts play. Because not only in the run-up to it did they get people all riled up, but then afterwards, even though they knew it was Republicans, they knew it was Trump supporters, they go on the air and tell us, oh, it was Antifa. Oh, maybe it was a false flag. They let Tucker Carlson put out that ridiculous, lie-filled documentary saying that Republicans are being hunted down and shipped to Guantanamo. He did literally say that in that documentary, by the way. That's not even a thing, but they said the Republicans are being rounded up and sent to Guantanamo. This needs to be investigated because that network knows damn well what the truth of it is, because they were just as terrified as the rest of us. Terrified for a different reason. But they knew who those people were. They knew why they were there, and they knew that their words played a major role in it. That's why this needs to be investigated.